Hello everyone, welcome to DC Minds. In this video, we'll learn about another C++11 concept called tuple. And tuple is nothing but one of the container that can hold elements of different type. So if you know the concept of STL containers, then you might ask a question like if we have already so many containers like vector dq, then why do we need another container? So the answer is in case of vector dq and map you can store the value of same time. So either vector can store integer type only, all elements has to be integer type, or it can be double, or it can be float or character. So but in case of tuple you can store elements of different type. Because of this behavior, tuple is useful. Okay, so let's see what exactly this tuple is. So you can say tuple is an object that can contain various number of element, and each element can be of different type. Okay, so this is one of the tuple whose name is deepcminds, and it has following value. So first you will give this tuple and the data type of each of this element. So first element I want it to be character, then you give character, then next integer, then next float. So you can give all these element type can be of same type also. If you want tuple to store all the elements of same type. Okay, so how many elements you want, you can define that many types, and then you can store in a tuple like this. Okay, so on this tuple you can perform various operation, and there are some of the operation that we are listed here. So here get, so you have already defined this tuple here. Now if you want to modify this tuple, or you want to get the elements of this tuple, in that case you can use the get, and we'll see this each of this function with examples also. And make tuple is used to assign value to a tuple's elements. Similarly, tuple size is used to get the size of a tuple, and swap is used to swap two tuples element. Okay, and tie is used to unpack the tuple elements into separate variables. And tuple cat is nothing but concatenation. It is used to combine two tuples. So now let's see get and make tuple function of tuple. So now here we have created a tuple called dcmans, and it can hold three element, and its types are character, integer and float. So just we have declared a tuple here, and whenever you want to use a tuple you have to include this header file, tuple header file. Okay, now using make tuple, what we are doing over here is we are assigning the value to the tuple elements. So we'll say dcminds equal to make tuple. So in this case we have defined that tuple can hold only three data, and each of them are different types. So here we are making the tuple using this make tuple and assigning it to this dcmind tuple. Okay, so now we want to get the tuple element. So basically we want to access the element of this tuple. So for that purpose you can use this get function. So tuple get 0 means first element. So here what will happen is it will print the first tuple element, that is a. Next it will print second, that is 1. So here you will give 0 1 in get, in between angle bracket you will give the tuple element index, and it start from 0. So first is 0, then second is at first one location, and third is will be at second location. So this will give you the output, this line will give you the output a and 10, because first 0 first and second elements are a and 10, and next line will give you this 15.5, because third, that is nothing but at second index. Okay, so using get you can access the element of a tuple. Next, suppose you want to modify these elements of this tuple. So in that case, you can say get, and whichever the element you want to change, you just give that element index and the name of the tuple in bracket, and then assign the different value. So and similarly other elements can be assigned like this. So this is first element is character, we are passing the character value. Second, third element is double, basically float or double, so it is assigning this float value. Okay, so this will give you the finally this will give you this output. So first time what will happen when you run this program, initially it will be a 10 15.5. Now we are modifying it b 20.5 and 5. So in this case what will happen, this will change to b and 10 25, because we are changing first and second elements. So you can use this get to access the tuple elements or modify the tuple elements. Okay, so this line will be b10 because first element is changed, and this line will give you 25.5. Okay, so next we'll see tuple size function. So it is used to get the size of a tuple. So this is the syntax. First you have to give a which type of tuple it is, the type of the tuple, and then colon double colon value, it will return the size of the tuple. So this is a program that will return the size of this tuple. So basically here the decl type is used to determine the type of a tuple. So this will give the type of this tuple, and then using this double colon we are printing the size. So this way you can determine the size of a tuple, and always remember you have to give this header file whenever you want to use this tuple. Next we'll see swap function. So here we have created two tuple, uh, tup1 tup2, and it has 10g and 70.5 and 10 sorry 20g 70.5 and 10f 15.5 value. Now before swapping this tuple, if you print, so it will give first tuple is having 20g and second tuple is having 10f 15.5. So now what we'll do, we'll swap the elements of first and second tuple. So tuple 1 dot swap tuple2. So in this case the element will get swap, and now if you print element of this tp1 and tp2, it will print the value this way. So earlier it was 20g 17.5, now we will get 10f 15.5 because element of this tuple are been swapped. Okay, next we'll see tie. Okay, so now we'll see what is the use of this tie function. So suppose you have a tuple. Now in this case you have a tuple declared like this, and you want to unpack this tuple element into separate variables. Basically you want to assign this tuple element to a different variables. So here we have taken three variables, and we want to store this element into these these variables. So when at that time we can use std tie, and then you'll say whatever the variables to which you want to assign the tuple elements, give the variable names, and then you say tuple name. Here it is tuple1. So in this case what will happen, this the first element of this tuple will be assigned to this first variable, second will be assigned to this second variable, and third will be assigned to this variable. So in this case you are unpacking the value of this tuple. Okay, so next when you print this, right, it will give you 20z and 17.5. Similarly you can ignore some of the value when you are trying to unpack. So in this case what we want to do is we want to ignore the second value of the second element of this tuple. So when untying, when we tie it, basically when we tie it, what will happen, we will say ignore. When we say ignore, then in that case what will happen, that particular element will get ignored. So in this case we are ignoring second element, So when you print this output, print this line of code, it will give you this output. The first output will be this 10G 17.5, and next we are ignoring this second element, so it will give 20 and 70.5. Okay, so this way you can unpack a value, that is you can assign the tuple elements to a different variables using tie function. Okay, now we'll see tuple cat. So here we have two tuple, tuple 1 and tuple 2, and we want to combine this tuple. So in that case what you can do is you can combine using tuple cat. You will pass those tuple 1 and tuple 2, and then we are assigning it to different tuples. So he auto means automatically determine the type of that variable. Okay, so if you don't know the concept of tuple, sorry, if you don't know the concept of auto, then you can watch my video on auto. It is given in the description below. Its link is given in the description below. And now you can display the tuple elements like this. So when you print it, you will get these many elements. Earlier you had these elements, and these elements are combined together. Now you are getting all 6 elements. Okay, so this is all about tuple. So remember one thing, when you want to have a container that can store elements of different type, at that time you can use tuple. Okay, so thanks for watching. If you like this video, you subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. If you have any query, please comment it.